Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's charity is facing a potential IRS investigation, and the numbers are absolutely staggering. We're talking about $7.5 million in expenses, but only $3 million in donations. How does that even work? And why are insiders saying it's not a question of IF, but when the authorities come knocking? Stay with me because this story just got a whole lot more serious. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're covering all the latest royal news as it breaks. Today we need to talk about something that could have major implications for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. According to a new report from New Idea magazine, Harry and Meghan's charity Hartwell Philanthropies is reportedly on the brink of a US government investigation. And folks, the timing couldn't be worse. So let's break down what's happening. Hartwell Philanthropies, which Harry and Meghan founded back in October 2020, recently underwent some major restructuring. And by restructuring, I mean 3 staff members resigned last year. That alone raised eyebrows, but it's what came next that really set alarm bells ringing. Just weeks after this staff exodus, the charity was renamed to Hartwell Philanthropies. Now, rebranding after losing key personnel, that's already unusual. But then came the bombshell financial report. According to the Daily Mail, which published these findings in December 2025, the numbers from 2024 are, let's just say, concerning. Hartwell's total expenses hit $7.5 million, $7.5 million, but here's the kicker, they only received $3.1 million in donations. You heard that right, their expenses were more than double their incoming donations. Let's put this in perspective. If you're running a charity and you're spending $7.5 million but only bringing in $3.1 million, that means you're operating at a massive deficit. Where's the rest of that money coming from? Now, the Daily Mail also reported that during that same year, Hartwell released $1.8 million in grants. So they're giving away money while simultaneously spending far more than they're taking in. For those of you keeping track at home, $7.5 million in expenses, $3.1 million in donations, $1.8 million in grants given out. These numbers just don't add up in the way you'd expect a healthy charity to operate. Now here's where things get really serious. An inside source has come forward with a pretty ominous statement. According to this insider, quote, they've been told it's not if but when Hartwell will be audited by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service. Not if but when. The source continued, saying, it's that significant ballooning of expenses that could have set off red flags with the authorities. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. The IRS doesn't take kindly to charities with questionable financial practices. When your expenses balloon to more than double your donations, that's exactly the kind of red flag that triggers government scrutiny. Now, before we go any further, I want to be very clear about something important. As of right now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's charity has not been accused of any wrongdoing. Let me repeat that, there are no formal accusations, no charges, no proven misconduct. What we're looking at here is the potential for an investigation based on these financial discrepancies. It's crucial to remember that an audit or investigation doesn't mean guilt. It means the authorities want answers, and frankly, based on these numbers, that seems reasonable. But here's what we can say, this is being described by sources as a massive headache for Harry and Meghan, and you can understand why. Think about it, the couple has already faced years of intense media scrutiny. They've been trying to build their brand in America, establish their charitable work, and create a new life outside the royal family. The last thing they need is a financial investigation into their flagship charity. This comes at a time when they're already dealing with staff turnover, restructuring, and now, potentially, government auditors going through their books with a fine-tooth comb. So what happens next? Well, if these sources are correct, we could be looking at an IRS audit in the near future. That would mean a thorough examination of Hartwell's finances, operations, and how they've been managing donor money and expenses. What do you think about all this? Do these financial numbers concern you, or do you think this is being blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to stay updated on this developing story, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.